only two teams I've seen all year. So how in the hell am I going to say this team can't be stopped when I haven't seen the other 30 teams play? But I know who the Chiefs got to go see next week. Chargers.
Oh, my God.
And then the week after that, okay, you want to call God? He up in here? All right,
they looking their chops. Again, they looking their chops against anybody.
Baltimore Ravens on the road. They have a daunting road schedule. Let's just be respectful to that. They got
no fans. With no fans. I think it's daunting, but ain't no fans to daunt them.
But guess what? You still got to go there and see that squad.
That's fair.
Forget who's in the crowd.
That's fair.
The crowd never comes on the field anyway, so miss me with that. But you know what? I've always seen Patrick Mahomes go out there and ball out. I've always seen him start fast in the month of September, his birthday month. He always starts fast. Let's look at this. Full screen king time.
Oh, God.
Party all month. This is Patrick Mahomes and how he starts. Look at that, 8-0. Never lost a game in the month of September because it's his birthday. Completion percentage, passing yards per game. Everything is the best since the AFL-NFL merger. But here's the thing, Acho, and please explain this.
What's up?
You see an O when it comes to the month of September, but when you see this in January, at least last January, I saw a 4 there. This team finds a way to either beat themselves or other teams will beat them. So answer me, how can no one stop them if they don't go undefeated?
I'm glad you asked me that question. No one can stop them because they looked at their deficiencies, Marcellus, and they said, you know what? We're going to work on our left hand. Last year, the Chiefs, they were 27th in rushing attempts. They were 23rd in rushing yards. So they said, as great as Patrick Mahomes is, and he's great, and we won the Super Bowl, which is phenomenal, we're going to take a first-round pick, and we're going to use that first-round pick on Clyde Edwards-Helaire. But who nobody is talking about is the all-pro left guard, Kelechi Osemele.
Yeah, I saw big dog.
And I'm going to show y'all exactly why and what makes him so great, because y'all going to laugh on the show, but y'all going to learn. Look at him at the left guard. He's highlighted as well. Highlighted at the left guard. He's going to work on a double team, knock his dude down to the ground, and allow Edwards-Helaire to work off that block, cut right, and get some yardage. And you're thinking, okay, Acho, that's cute and all, but it was still third down. Here's what the Chiefs, Marcellus, needed to grow in. This year, now it's third and short. We don't have to pass anymore. Kelechi Osemele, left guard, highlighted again. Boom. Linebacker, get up out the way. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is going to lead, and that's what you call a pancake. Where the Aunt Jemima, because you're going to need some syrup for that pancake. Okay, Kelechi Osemele.
You can't say that no more in this climate.
You can't.
Aunt Jemima gone. All right, keep going. Sorry.
But Kelechi Osemele at the left guard spot, an all-pro, who 3 years ago was the highest paid offensive guard, plus Clyde Edwards-Helaire. The Chiefs realized we have deficiencies. They won the Super Bowl, Marcellus, but they said, you know what? We're not perfect. We're still going to get better. And they didn't just draft a deficiency that was going to undercut one of their other great pieces at receiver. They drafted a piece at running back that they needed in an area that was going to help them grow. Then you make an addition on the offensive line that's also going to help you excel. You can't stop a team that got better, but you could barely stop last year. It's simple.
Oh, my God. You in this last year stuff. Okay, I got a couple of...
Wait. Don't you say, sir, don't you say that past... What is it? Past actions?
I'm not helping you. You and your brother got this issue of recall.
Marcellus says...
I'm helping you.
Past actions are an indicator... Past actions are an indication of future success. So how you gonna tell me that the Chiefs' past actions are now irrelevant? Go ahead, sir.
Tell you what, which book ain't gonna sell? Achoisms. You just butchered that. It's the greatest indicator of future behavior is past behavior.
Okay.
And guess what? I'm gonna use that against you. Thanks for bringing it up. It's not even on my notes right here. Last year, we saw a Super Bowl MVP for performance from Patrick Mahomes, right? That whole year, once he got back from the injury, he looked great, right? How many losses last year?
About 4?
Yeah. The year before, he was on the MVP campaign and won the MVP. How many losses that year?
5?
4 again. So here's the thing. No matter how great he looks, there's still going to be some L's in his future. You better hope so. Let me tell you why. Last night, we saw Patrick Mahomes go out there for 211 yards. Came out there expecting man coverage as he's seen against the Houston Texans the last 2 times. What did he see? Zone. Okay, y'all gonna make me have to run this ball and throw the short intermediate passes. No problem. To the tune of 211 yards, but 3 touchdowns. But Patrick Mahomes didn't eat. Patrick Mahomes was just eating what they gave him. He didn't order what they were out there to give. He just had to take what they gave him. So you look at this situation, you keep telling me they're gonna go undefeated. Nobody's gonna lose. Okay, be careful, because teams that have started 10-0, the 8 teams in the 2000s, you know what their records are?
What's their record?
In the Super Bowl, you want to know how many of them won? How many? How many you guess? Look, we got 8 teams in the 2000s that were 10-0.
I'm gonna say one because you're
You know damn well it's only one. Only one. So go. Keep telling me how this team is unstoppable and they can't be beat. They may beat themselves.
No, they're not. Marcellus, remember what you say, sir. You always preach about work on your deficiencies.
Yeah,
work on your left hand.
Left hand.
Work on what you're not good at. This team already has proven to barely be able to be stopped. You said the stats, so I'm going to tell y'all and remind y'all the stats. Patrick Mahomes went 24 for 32. If I'm not mistaken, divide that by 8. That's 2 out of 3 if my 6th grade math does me right. So that's 66% completion percentage on yesterday.
Ballin'.
He also had 3 touchdowns on yesterday. Factor that throughout the course of the season. If Patrick Mahomes throws for 48 touchdown passes and a 66% completion percentage.
Not even his best year.
That's another MVP.
Oh, of course.
So that's another MVP. So what I'm saying is very simple. It's the fact that the same Chiefs team took what they were given yesterday. Okay, they played zone. Patrick Mahomes can't eat y'all up because y'all going to sit here in zone. All we're going to do is have 125 rushing yards with one guy and all these on 25 carries, 138 rushing yards on 25 carries. That's the most in the Patrick Mahomes era, meaning, wait, Mahomes, in the event teams try to change it up on us, we're going to have an option for their defense.
Oh, they're pliable. Oh, trust me, they're loaded. Trust me, they should be the favorites. But trust me, there are stumbling blocks in front of them. Trust me, there are hurdles in front of them that have knocked them down before. And even in their dynastic pursuit, which we saw even last year, down 10, down 24, down 10. We've seen perfect Mahomes before, and that doesn't always mean you're going to see perfect Chiefs record. Now we got to bring in somebody to settle this score. Our guy, NFL analyst LeVar Arrington, to break the tie. So, LeVar, will anybody be able to stop the Chiefs this year?
Yes, yes. And as a matter of fact, listen, I agree with what you're saying, Nacho. Honestly, I do. And I think that there's a lot of merit to what you're saying. But I think you forgot one aspect, or maybe a couple aspects to your argument. So when I looked at this game, you guys do realize that the Texans were up 7-0 at the end of the first quarter. So in essence, to answer the question, could the Chiefs offense be stopped? Which when we're saying with the question for the segment, can they be stopped for the season? That's the team. But their offense was stopped in the first quarter of this game. That's first and foremost. All right. Secondly, we saw Deshaun Watson play poorly in this game. And I'm going to tell you why. We did not have a preseason. So these guys have not had an opportunity. And we talked about this with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And it showed with the Houston Texans. And get used to it, okay? Anybody who has new players, who has new staff, they are not going to come out and be as tight and as good as other teams are. They have a new offensive coordinator. The offensive coordinator that the Houston Texans had in Mr. Kelly, Tim Kelly, is a former defensive lineman.
I saw
that has now shifted to being an offensive coordinator. Bill O'Brien, I know you be trying to find new heights of doing some stuff that could be considered questionable. You got rid of DeAndre Hopkins. Now you got a defensive lineman being your offensive coordinator. Listen, I do not expect Deshaun Watson to not play at a higher level than what he did moving forward. But he's going to have to get to that place. So that leads to this point. Before I give it to y'all, it leads to this point and this point alone. The best offense, or excuse me, the best defense for an offense such as the Chiefs is a great offense.
Absolutely.
We did not see a great offense come out there on the field last night that has the potential to be high level, but is not there yet. So for me, I think they can be stopped because, yeah, you're going to play against some better offenses, and those offenses will keep Patrick Mahomes and that efficient offense on the sideline watching.
LA, you must have been watching the Lakers game last night.
You told on yourself.
Because if you just tried to tell me the Chiefs offense could be stopped,
I watched it.
LA, the Chiefs offense didn't punt until the 5-minute mark in the fourth quarter. LA, 5 plays the Chiefs had a touchdown in the first quarter. So you made my first point. The only people that can stop the Chiefs is the Chiefs. Remember, Patrick Mahomes threw a 36-yard bomb, touchdown pass, 5th play of the game, 5th play of their offensive possession. It might have even been the 4th. It was just dropped by his receiver.
But some defense play bend but don't break. They're not teams that are going to force you to punt. They're teams that are going to keep you off the scoreboard.
That's fair, but
they kept them off the scoreboard.
The problem is, it's not like it was a pass breakup. Like the receiver dropped the ball. The Chiefs was about to be up within the first 3 minutes. So the Chiefs scored at the 12-minute, 15-second mark in the first quarter.
It was a drop. Look. You all want to know I saw the game? It was a drop. It was a drop. It came back. The defense held up. They got the ball back. They did not score a touchdown in the first quarter. You cannot qualify that in any other way but to say they did not score in the first quarter.
This all defensive guys up here, so let's not sit here and lie to America. If we don't force a team to punt, LeVar, until their last or second to last possession with 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter, did you do your job?
If you did not allow a point on the board during that first quarter,
he made
if you did not, well, again, you guys are asking me to qualify making them punt versus keeping them off the scoreboard. Answer me this. Is it simple to just say there were no points on the board for Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs after 1 quarter of play?
That's
yes
fair.
Or no?
That's fair, but there are 4 quarters of play.
Yeah, that's just LeVar. That's just a slow start. But look, I know any team I've ever been on, if we wait until the fourth quarter to make them punt, regardless of score, we getting chewed out by coach. He's like, we didn't do everything.
That's correct, Marcellus.
But let me say this one point, and because I'm not getting into like first quarter versus fourth quarter. Sometimes you start slow.